We are back on I-70. It's 50 degrees out. It's about 2:30, and we're gonna head up to Boise in about 8 hours. Yeah, let's see how she does doing the San Rafael swell. The swell is the next peak climb, and then we're off to Salt Lake. So those mountains to the right there, I want to go explore those one day. I'm looking at the Gaia overlay right now, and there's trails in them hills. I don't know if they're open or not, or if they're just so old that they're not accessible anymore, but definitely want to check that out. This pass right here is pretty steep. I mean, you can see it from here. If I had to guess, maybe 1,000 feet. I'm gonna pull up the Gaia real quick. See if it'll show me. The first time we went down this, it's the first time I ever derated on the diesel. First time, let's see, Steve was with me when we were doing the family trip, and we had to pull over at the rest area shortly after and let it cool off. But we got a new radiator. We're deleted. Got a 180 thermostat. So I can pull the off-road pages on Gaia, I mean on the Jeep, and it does show elevation. So right now we're at 5,013 feet, which is crazy because the highest elevation east of the Mississippi, I believe, is Mount Mitchell, which is at like 6,000. We're already at high elevation, East Coast standards, which is funny because my tire pressure from South Carolina to here went up almost 10 psi from the elevation change. So the higher you go in elevation, your tire pressure goes up. So if you ever air up the bottom of a mountain and then go to climb it, your tire PSI goes up. Oil temp 210, engine coolant temp 197, and we're climbing. And manually downshifted. I have the cruise control set on 70, by the way. EGT is about 1100. Rest area 1 mile. EGT's going back down. So engine coolant temperature 201, oil temp 214. No, didn't even break a sweat. Again, it's 48 degrees outside too, so that has a lot to do with it. But yeah, I remember derating right about here, and there's a rest area up here on the right that does not have flushable toilets. It's like primitive still. Yeah, ECT's coolant's back under 200, oil temp's back to 215. No sweat. 5,500 elevation. It's about 500 feet gain. Well, gotta find somewhere to sleep tonight. First time seeing snow on top of the mountains. I've been up here twice now. It's my third time. So this is Highway 6 up into Price, then up into Salt Lake. There's another pretty good climb coming up, if I recall. I saw a sign for chain up area. Looks like we're going through a pass, Highway 6.
Keep left.
Next 8 miles, squiggly line. Birch. This must be the chain up area. It's pretty going through here. mining history, probably. Some train tracks on the right. It's about 42 degrees outside. Today is Thursday. A beautiful sunset, snow mountains, and a little bit of red. God, it's so pretty out here. I got a passing lane in a mile. It's 5:15. Good morning. It is Friday morning. We drove through Salt Lake City last night, and lo and behold, traffic was horrible. I-15 through Salt Lake. The only way to run it is like after midnight to like 4 a.m. because like it is bumper to bumper traffic for hours. It is just this. It's like 6 lanes wide. There's accidents every couple miles. There's ambulances and fire trucks trying to get up. It's just I-15 through Salt Lake is just miserable, like every single time, and I've 3 times. But anyway, we made it through North Salt Lake City. We stopped in like Branson, Utah, and got a hotel right there. I think it was like $120 was the discounted rate. But what to look for at a hotel when you're, you know, you don't have a camper, or you know it's like the weather's so bad or too cold where you want to stay at a hotel, you could request like parking lot facing, first floor. When I look for hotels, I obviously look at the reviews, and then I'll even call and be like, how secure is your parking lot? Like, look for pictures on Google reviews of the parking lot at night, make sure it's really bright, you know, like lots of lights, and then get a room that overlooks the parking lot. Most people want the one with the view or the one facing the courtyard or whatever, but get a room, first floor, facing your vehicle so you can see it at all times, or you know, if your alarm goes off, you can see it. Because you know we store a lot of gear in our vehicles. So I did that. Slept good. I got up at like 5 a.m. and got on the road when it was still dark out. We are currently in Idaho, and if I woke up, you would think I was in Illinois or Indiana. Like, it's just flat. Yeah, the shrubbery's different. There's like tumbleweeds everywhere, but it reminds me a lot of the Midwest. And then it doesn't. At least the first part did. But now there's like more rocks and canyons, I guess, now. Very different. I've never been to Utah. It's pretty, but man, it's windy. Temperature's about 48. The wind is crazy. Like, it reminds me of driving across, you know, eastern Colorado, where you're holding the steering wheel like that. You know, like you can definitely feel the wind hit the Gladiator. And I don't have a camper on it right now or anything. I'm just kind of paranoid about the soft top flying off, because I've heard horror stories with that. But sun's up, overcast. We had some rain earlier. Looks like we're gonna hit some more rain up here. And then once we get into northern Oregon, it looks like a little cold front's coming through too. So we may see some snow as well. But I'll update you guys. So far so good. Everything's great. We're still on time to get to Wenatchee at probably 3 o'clock, maybe 4. there's another time change still, so I'll be 3 hours behind, you know, Columbia, South Carolina, where I'm from. So that's gonna be weird. Again, all this is new for me. Never been to Idaho, never been this far west, but I'm enjoying it. I'm having a good time. Excited for tomorrow. I'm not tired. I got some good sleep. Definitely feel it by the end of the day, like my legs and my eyes. My eyes get really bloodshot from, you know, all the micro, you know, always checking your mirrors, all the micro movements in your eyes. Your eyes get bloodshot and it gets sore. Same with my legs. My legs and my feet kind of get sore. But when you're driving like all day long, it's going to happen, no matter how comfortable of a vehicle you have. What really has been helping me, and I'll link it down below, is the dead pedal that I have. So my left foot, it kind of creates a pedal for it. And it's got a hinge on it too, so you kind of take your foot and flip it up and then stretch your legs out too. So that kind of helps relieve some of that. But obviously walking around or getting out, you know, sleeping for the night is the best remedy. But it is what it is. I mean, when you're driving for this long, it's going to happen. We're on I-84 North, and it's uneventful. Status update so far on, so I keep a notepad of things to fix, or things, you know, to change, and it's good knowledge, you know what I mean? So here's some of the things that happened. When we were airing back up after I went on my little gallivant in Moab, one of the lines in the compressor, one of the soft lines for the Kraken system, it blew out. Like, the side of the plastic line blew out. I don't know why it did that. I don't know why it blew out. It looks like it just, you know, burst out like a balloon. So I have a bunch of spare tubing. It's an easy fix. Obviously I didn't bring any. And obviously I really haven't tested it. I've used it maybe 2 or 3 times to make sure it worked and there wasn't any leaks. So we'll look into that when we get back. If I was in a pinch and I needed air, I could probably rig it to make it work, or cut the hose and shorten another piece. I can get it to work. What else? The antenna on the front bull bar, the bracket is flexing, so it starts, you know, going sideways. So I do have a zip tie kind of holding it in place. I'll have to either weld on a lip on that or change the bracket, mount it somewhere else, but it's working for now. What else? I've been checking the exhaust where it's hitting the tire. It's a very thin clearance there. The exhaust that far back with the diesel being deleted, it doesn't get hot enough to like melt the tire at all. But it's intermittently is kind of hitting, so there's a way I can move it over more. I just kind of play with it. I've just been watching that, as well as my rear axle seals. The seals were leaking last trip. I did put new axle shafts in, the chromoly ones, which do come with new seals already pressed in and everything. No leaks on that. Everything's going good. No worries there. My washer tank, the little O-ring on there is leaking at the top part, so it's holding washer fluid, but when you fill it, it kind of dumps out of the neck part, so I have to replace that when we get back. Other than that, everything else has been great. I don't have anything else to add or change. Everything else has been holding up great, no worries. Obviously the list will change again on the way back with the camper on the back. Who knows what kind of new things we're going to be dealing with. And then obviously once we start to build out the camper, although it's pretty much built out, but when we start to change things and test the camper, we're going to have to add, you know, I'm sure things will need to be field tested. Anyway, we're about halfway. Oh, there's a Maverick. $3.13 a gallon for diesel. Let's stop up here. It is 48 degrees outside. We are in Oregon. and we got snow on the ground. We're about 60 miles from the next town, and I got about a half a tank of gas, but I want to make sure I fill up at the next town, which is Baker City. Because after Baker City, there's reports of snow on the road that's not plowed. So we definitely have to be cautious. Make sure we don't run out of fuel. Climbing up a pass here. Another chain up area ahead. We are averaging 24 miles to the gallon this tank. But again, I'm still reading 50 degrees outside, so obviously it gets pretty cold at night. We're still climbing. Coolant's at 200, oil's at 214. Almost to the top up here. I'm downshifting just because I'm used to it now, but it's taking it. My EGTs are a lot less. Looks like we still got some more to climb up here. Exit 362 up here. It is windy, I'll tell you that. Don't even have a camper on, and I'm kind of blowing around a little bit. So it looks like we're going to duck down and then go back up over that pass up there. Oh wow, this is gorgeous. Holy crap, this is windy. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but like, it's definitely blowing me around. I've never seen this type of climate before. It's just like smooth rolling hills and a rainbow. Look at that rainbow right in front of me. Right up there. Wow. Temperature's dropping.
Potential to begin with.
Alright, we got snow. 34 degrees.
The emperor wears no clothes. That you can legalize cannabis and civilization does not fall apart, as the war on drugs lobby have been telling us for ages. It's going to where this left protects its ideas of the future and the right protects its ideas. And I'm watching these people go at it back and forth on. So now by going out here with the drone, I've been over this landscape several times in a small plane to see it from that perspective.
We're almost to Baker City, which we're going to stop and get fuel. I got about 120 mile range. Going over this pass. Went 50 degrees to about 30 degrees. And now we got snow accumulation. Car stopped up here on the right. Still got good traffic coming up the other way. All right, we got a truck up here. Done. Stay in this lane here. Oh, there's a train over there.
How much time it would take.
I was like, what is that noise? It's like we got traffic up here. You gotta love Waze, man. So it looks like we got heavy traffic up here, and you got still feels good. We're almost through it. I swear to God, if this trucker over here becomes a pass again. Truckers aren't what they used to be. I got an 18-wheeler coming down on my left. We're doing 50 miles an hour. It's not even plowed, and this guy's just chugging along. Dual tandem. UPS. P45093. To Baker City. Get some gas, pee, and clean off the wipers. Alright, the other lane looks clear. We gotta get out of this truck.
What my thoughts are after having crisscrossed thousands of miles of this landscape repeatedly and basically absorbed every piece of scientific literature ever written.
It is below freezing. It's 30 degrees out. We got over that pass. That was the only part I was kind of worried about. Looking at the map, smooth sailing. It is 11:30 Pacific time, and we probably have another 4 hours to go. So as long as there's no more snow, we should be good. We are in Baker City, Oregon. I'm kind of hungry, but I want to get there and actually have a good dinner tonight, because I've just been eating fast food for the last couple days. I haven't had like a cooked meal, so I'm gonna get there and actually go out and get food. 84 is open all the way from Baker City. We're taking 84 to 82 north. Both sources, they were good, about 4.5 hours. Bucky's Gummy Bears. Oh, I can smell it. Okay. So there's like a ton of warning signs for a 6% grade for 6 miles. 6% grade, 6 miles. 2 2.5 miles, there's a runaway ramp. Why this guy is like driving so slow. Wow, look at that view. Jesus. Ears are popping. 3 lanes to climb this with all these trucks. Sudden we're out in Colorado again. Wish we knew what the name of this pass was. Coming into Wenatchee, Washington. So I booked a normal room, but they upgraded me to a fancy room. I got a fridge, a microwave, a range, a dishwasher, a bed, and look at that desk. TV, king bed. I mean, this thing is huge. So I come in here. And of course, it's pitch black, dark in here. And I'm hitting light switches. Nothing's turning on. None of the lights are working. I mean, even in the bathroom, I wouldn't care, you know, normally, because I did get that one to work. But I normally wouldn't care, but I need a light in the bathroom, obviously. Take a shower. So I go all the way back down to the office. I'm like, hey, you know, I checked the breakers. The lights aren't working. And they're like, oh, you got one of those fancy rooms where there is this thing. You pull this out. And it turns the lights off. I've never seen that before. I feel old.